street. Planes all in my home. First street. Tell it out when I make a song. Let my brother think. Tell him quit that. Ain't get no money, tell him quit that. Yeah, he need relaxing, he need no taxes. We went trip.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Taking a look at Los Angeles.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
I think it's always that way when these guys get together. The fans and the players are jacked up. Even the vendors are ramped up, talking stuff. It's a special matchup for sure.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark. And we've heard LeBron James say he's obsessed with win or bust. And this Lakers franchise certainly has that same approach. But aside from their 2020 title, there's been a lot of frustration. Now, can he and the Lakers get back where they expect to be?
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Out to James. They get it back. Launches it. Davis down low. And it's good. 2 points.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special.
physically fit. Catch it in your eye, wanna taste of it. Boom, I'm blind, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip. Physically fit. Catch it in your eye, wanna taste of it. Boom, I'm blind, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip.
Home court belongs to the Timberwolves in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. Here we go. And the Grizzlies on a single-game road trip here before heading back home. And, of course, they're still without Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, they're very happy to know that he'll be back on the court soon. But I'll be interested to see how it affects the team chemistry when he does ultimately come back. They've got a good thing going right now, and they've been playing excellent basketball without him.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. Here's Gobert. Back to Russell. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And they double up Morant. To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Russell with a... wide open look. And he's way off from outside. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not...
Oh, with authority!
That is a monster finish.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Back to Bane. On deep. Drops in the tray.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Baines got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Shot by McDaniels, no good. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And yes, it's good. He has 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, in a new season, there are some players, Richard, that hit the ground running. And there are others, as you well know, that take a while to get going. Which, I know what camp you fell into, but what would you say? Did you take a while to get going, or were you ready to go?
No, it was both. There was one where it was like I struggled to get going and really get a rhythm, and there's others that I was just ready to go and locked in. As your environment changes, so does your success. And so sometimes as your environment changes, you got to figure out how to be successful.
Good insight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's Conchar. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 6. From past the arc. And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Towns comes with a double team. Jones for 3.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Memphis leading by 4. Driving the lane.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this.
First free throw of the game. He misses the free throw.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
That one misses.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it can feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
And good that time. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Adams. And the layup is good. Adams has got his second bucket.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's Towns. And he gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Morant. Reed with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Morant drives in. And the shot goes in.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Memphis moving it around. Here's Aldama. Anderson with the block. Here's Noel. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Anderson, the bounce pass. And here's Forbes from the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Inside. And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by Morant.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy could do anything.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tillman. Not going to go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
He gets it in there.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Grizzlies lead by 1. From Target Center, back in a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Memphis leading. Morant drives in. And Morant throws it down.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does. Wow.
First team foul.
Here's Towns. The long distance 3 is buried. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far. But Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
And so here's Memphis. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Screen by Adams. Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 21 in the game.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Towns in the corner. Has to Gobert. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it. But it was
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
And Jalen Noel picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Adams. Back to Bane. A 3-ball. 5 to shoot. Cans it from downtown. Bane's got 10.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Back to Russell. Edwards with it. He's covered by Clark. And here's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Misses the 3. On the wing, Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. In the corner, it's Payne. Here's Brooks. McDaniels defending. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Just lost his head out there. It can happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And Memphis making a change here. Timberwolves trailed by 3. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Clark left side. Memphis moving it around. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Conchar. And Memphis with another turnover here. And Memphis making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Picked him clean. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And the shot goes in. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Pass to Forbes. From outside, off the mark. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Now here's Jones. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Conchar can't get it to go. Minnesota with the ball. Crosses over. Here's Reed. Pass to Forbes. It's Prince on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Prince has got 7 points in the game.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The shot's good. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Got a piece of it. Up and in on the way. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game.
43.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Adams. Here's Conchar. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Outside Edwards. It's tipped. Morant left side. Nifty move. And Morant throws it down.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
There's Russell with the three. The rebound by Steven Adams. They have not led for a while. A chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
Morant with a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer.
3 points.
Morant's got 28 points for the game.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Towns. Gobert with it. Sinks that one from the post.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Mr. Gobert. Over in the corner, McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. And Edwards launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Payne for 3. Aldama gets the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Gobert double team. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Towns. Adams, a nice D.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
No, he didn't. I mean, Russell with the savage move there. Game on the line.
Morant drives in. Takes it off the glass. Morant's got 34.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Pass to Bane. The 3. And they'll get another chance. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. They get it back. Can't get the putback. Here's Aldama. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
That's the
thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
And they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams, but you must stay focused and try to get better every night.
Now Russell, after the missed three from Vucevic, and Towns throws it down.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. That's a two from Towns. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And they double up DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 5. Here's Levine. Chicago needs to get a shot off. And Vucevic throws it down.
This is where Levine has really expanded his game, avoiding tunnel vision and getting others involved.
Now, here is Russell. Last game we saw him score 13. To Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
DeRozan on the wing. Now here's Williams. Back to Levine. Levine double team. And here is Dosunmu. And here is Williams. Defended by Gobert. Here's Dosunmu. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. You have to admire the energy with which Rudy Gobert attacks the glass.
Kevin, well, his stats reflect that tremendous effort. He averages some crazy rebounding numbers, using not just his size, but also his expert timing.
And Vucevic throws it down.
We talk about Williams' physical abilities, but right there, you see the awareness and willingness to be unselfish.
Now here's Towns. He had 25 points last game. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
Here's White, and the rejection by Towns. Pass to Anderson. Now Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
To the paint. Bradley.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. And it seems like your opponent does it better.
You know, they were reacting rather than dictating. I thought they played scared all night. And this...
What you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Bulls trail by 5. Here's Dragic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
Here they come. Now heading to the floor. It's your Minnesota Timberwolves.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Driving to the basket.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Comes up empty down low. Timberwolves leading by 6. Edwards looking it over. On deep. Rebounded by Vucevic. Now Caruso. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Mr. Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. A nice shot by McDaniel.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's DeRozan. The layup missed.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Noel. Drills it from outside. Noel's got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
Here's Freed. To the middle. 4 on the clock. Offensive rebound.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's DeRozan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Smitty, in that 21-22 season, DeMar DeRozan proved to be one of the top closers in our game.
You're totally right, G.A. He led the NBA in fourth-quarter points and finished second in clutch scoring. He embraced the challenge and thrived playing the role of the hero.
Noel. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Right side, Levine. Bradley with the ball. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 5 now.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Pass to Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Bulls making a switch here.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Here's Dragic. Capitalizes off the crossovers. Dragic has got his first points of the game.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Now here's Prince. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Out to White. Pass to Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside. Towns wide open. And so it's Minnesota headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Minnesota with the ball. Russell feeling it out a bit. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Over to the left wing. Towns for three. The shot off that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. I look at that.
Nice. That move from DeMar DeRozan was nasty. Great play.
It's Russell with the drive. Mr. Gobert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 8 points for Rudy Gobert. Bulls trail by 9. And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Bulls now. Left side, Levine. Pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Gobert. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket.
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Levine can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 11. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the board.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Edwards, the bounce pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Driving the lane. And they recover it. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Bulls. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. It'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
Wow, take care of the back.
Stopping me, I seen them pop up at the cut when fans start upping all my streams. I remember ain't nobody used to talk about my heat. I remember everything, I never throw away receipts. I don't do no beatbox, leave your feet hot, that running like a track star, right out them Reeboks. There's no more parties for your shorty, but she still gon' be a to find a with some guap. Oh, I see they catch up. Oh God. If you see Cap, just put the Billy on it. Got the city on it. I was riding in that Civic, homie, probably with a shorty. Now I never like to kick it. Everybody keep recording. Go by 2 things in my lifestyle: money and lose. Everything start getting better. You gon' see they ain't even cool with you. Bad tryna fool with them. Want nothing to do. Fake love tryna make amends just cause of that little bitty trend on TikToks. Leave your feet hot, that running like a track star, right out them Reeboks. There's no more parties for your shorty, but she still gon' be a to find a with some guap. I go by $, yeah, I get that. Without them $signs, let's